Hi guys, this is Richard with Father Style. Today I want to give you guys a tutorial on chopping wood, as well as show you what I wear when I do it. So to start off, it's a little bit cold today. It's about 20 degrees. There's, pretty clear, but there are a few flurries. To keep my feet warm, I've got my fleece-lined hunter boots with some spikes on the bottom. It's icy, it's cold. Spikes are important, especially when I'm walking up on these logs you see back here. Just regular pair of old jeans. Don't let any men's wear site tell you that a man doesn't need a pair of jeans, because he does. My shirt is a wool, 100% wool shirt from Filson. I like wool better than cotton flannel. You'll find when you're chopping wood, you get really sweaty, really tired. If you stop to take a break, that wind is going to come, and with a cotton flannel shirt, you'll be really, really cold. Doesn't happen with wool. Wool will insulate much better. I pretty much always go with wool whenever I can with pretty much anything. You'll see I got my collar popped, keep out the elements. I've also got my shirt tucked, keeps the breezes out and keeps the hem away from my hands and my axe when I'm swinging. My hat is my Stetson Roadster. I like Stetsons, I like Akubras, reasonably priced, really tough, and they make great work hats. And most important thing, I've got my safety glasses on. Don't take one swing without a pair of safety glasses. That goes for everybody who's outside with you. If your kids are out, helping you split wood or whatever, make sure they're wearing safety glasses too, because you can see when I start chopping, the chips fly everywhere. So make sure you got your safety glasses on. And my work gloves are a pair of Thin Slate Carhartts, because it's quite cold out here. So let's get to it. My axe is a Gränsfors Bruk axe made in Sweden. It's an American felling axe. It's a bit more narrow than something like an axe you'd get at the hardware store. That's kind of usually in between like a splitting maul and a regular axe. So you want something narrow and sharp like this to bite into the wood. So let's get to it. So what you're gonna want is you want a nice tight grip on the bottom, and you're gonna wanna make a V in the wood like this. You're not gonna go right in like a saw. A saw goes against the grain, an axe goes more with the grain. So get a good athletic stance, hold your axe like this. Don't hold it out like here, you'll get tired. Hold it in. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take it, you're gonna kind of throw it out like that. You're gonna throw the axe at the wood. And you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to go crazy. If you do, you're gonna get tired real fast. So pick a spot. This is a pretty convenient sized piece of wood. So I'm only gonna make one cut in it, and then I'll be able to use the both halves for firewood. But if you have a really long piece of wood, pick about a firewood's length from the end of your log. And then that's where you're gonna start your first cut. Here, I'm obviously only gonna make one cut in this wood. So get a good strong grip on the bottom of the axe. You don't want a loosey-goosey grip down here. There's a chance if you're in a rainy weather, your axe could fly out of your hand, and obviously that's very dangerous. So some people like to stand on top of the wood when they cut. I find that kind of uncomfortable because I've got long arms and a long axe handle. If you had kind of a shorter axe, like a boy's axe, I'd feel more comfortable with that, but this is how I like to do it. So get a good stance, hold the axe close to your body, not out here like Jack from The Shining. You want it in here like this. And you're just gonna throw it out and come down at about a 45-degree angle to the wood. Just like that. Like this, watch. See? And as you see, just one swing, see those chips going? That's why you wear your safety glasses all the time. See? And what I'm doing is, because this log is kind of small, I have my toes up against the bottom so that the log doesn't kind of move around on me. You can put your foot on it. Just be careful, you've got some good aim. So I'm just going on the other side of the wood, just like this, and I'm making a nice diagonal cut in the wood. And eventually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move over to my other side. I'm actually a righty, so I should be swinging from this side, but for some reason, my non-dominant side feels better. I don't know why, but so see, I'm making that cut, And then once this starts to split, as you can see, I'm gonna move to the other side and I'm gonna make my other cut a width of about the diameter of the wood. So come to the kind of the end of it. So I'll probably make my cut like there. So same thing, coming down, and you really only need to let the axe do the work. If you need to add a little bit of power, put a little bit of legs and hip into it, like you're swinging a baseball bat. So watch, I'm just gonna come down and I'm gonna go like this. And again, I'm making this V so this center section will fly out. Watch. See that? There it goes. And as you go, if you need to, you can adjust your foot. Just adjust your feet a little bit. If you need to maybe cut up more on the top, you can stand back a bit. So just make sure that your aim is good. Make sure you're hitting in the same spot and make sure your aim is on point, because once you start to get tired, your aim is going to go a little out of whack. So if you're practicing a good tight grip and your aim is good, like mine was not on that last one, if your aim is good, when you start to get tired, which will be in about 2 minutes, you can still cut effectively because your aim will be fine. But if you're not working on your aim, as soon as you get tired, that's gonna go out the window and you're not gonna be as efficient. So if you're wanting to chop a lot, make sure your aim is good. And so watch, whenever I finish a swing, I pull the axe back like that, right? Because if I pull it back like this, that's gonna make me tired. So finish the swing, pull the axe back. That goes the same when you switch sides. Watch, I'm going from righty to lefty. Watch. See? Move over, do it again. See? So that's what I do. Sometimes like this, I just kind of go like that. But the reason why you do that is because if the axe is out here and you're moving with it and you stumble, there's more of a chance that you can get injured with the axe. So when you're holding the axe like this, when you move, if you stumble or something happens, you can toss the axe away. And as you can see, I have all this wood back here. I'm constantly tramping around up there. There have been times when I've slipped or a log has moved under me and I need to toss my axe away, and that's okay. So as you can see, from a style perspective, as I like to always bring it back to, my shirt is tucked in, it's out of the way, and I'm getting a little warm, I'm getting a little sweaty. It's about 20 degrees out here, it's windy, but I'm nice and warm because I've got my wool shirt on. My wool shirt, my hat. The jeans are fine, you know, got a hole in them, which is not ideal because it's a little bit cold. But it's the fact that I'm wearing the wool shirt that keeps me warm, because it's not cotton, it's gonna insulate because it's wool. So also, because I'm gonna be starting to sweat pretty soon, the hat keeps the sweat out of my face as much as possible and off my glasses, because visibility is key, obviously. So in a few minutes, I'm gonna start sweating even more. I'll have to clean off my glasses, but that's all right. So as you can see, the chips are starting to fly, and making some progress. So if you find that your axe is kind of bouncing off the wood, kind of like that, I was in kind of the middle of a step when I took a swing, which I shouldn't have done. So either your angle is off, or you don't have a firm grip on the bottom, or you're not kind of pulling the axe head through enough. So watch. There, see that? It kind of bites right into that wood. Watch. Oh, skipping a little bit. That's okay. All right, let me try to improve that. So I'm constantly looking to make a better and better swing. See that? And so what's gonna happen is that eventually your V is gonna be completed, and then I'm gonna move over. Once this is done, I'm gonna move over to this side and start cutting over here, doing the same thing. Or what I could do is, the log is small enough, I could just roll it a foot or two and start on the other side. But so I'm not quite done with this part yet. So see, I'm throwing the axe head. at the wood. See that? I'm just kind of throwing it out into space. So here's a chance where I can actually get up on the wood to show you kind of how to do that. So kind of stand there. Again, I find this to be a little bit uncomfortable, but you can absolutely do it like this. See? I don't really like it, but it's possible. So right about now, I might tilt this piece a little bit, give it a little adjustment. Just so if I didn't have the camera right in front of me, I would just walk over to the other side. But so, see, and watch those chips fly. That's why you need your safety glasses on. And as you can see, once you get into a bit of a rhythm, the reason why I can do this is because I'm keeping the axe head close to my body. See that? And see, I'm starting to get down to the V right there. So, once you get into your V, what you can do is go over to the other side of the wood and do the same thing from the other side. So, that is how you, what we call section wood. And then what happens is obviously at the end of when you cut it, this part is going to be conical shaped. It's not going to, it's going to come to like a point because you've used the axe. If you use a saw, it'll be flat the way this part is. So if you want to use, say, like a stump like this for a platform for splitting, what you would do is then when you're making this cut, be cognizant to make it as kind of flat as possible, and then you can kind of wedge it into the dirt, as I've done with one of my stumps over there that I use for splitting. So that's kind of a quick and dirty tutorial on how to split wood. If you guys would like a longer, more in-depth video, I can totally make one. Just let me know if you have any questions about what I'm wearing in this video. Also let me know. But I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Thanks, guys. Take care.